welcome back to the podcast, Jai. It's been a while since we've chatted. I think last time we were at Cadell Evans Great Ocean Road Race from memory. It was yourself and Chris Hamo. You just turned pro, and now we're talking, and you're sitting third on the GC at the Giro.
Yeah, a bit of a.
How are you?
Oh, not too bad, man. Thanks for
Are
having
you
me. Yeah.
Are you, like, what's the feeling like at the moment? Are you excited, stressed, like just on top of the world? What's going on?
Oh, it's pretty surreal, eh? Like it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. It's sort of pretty hard to comprehend, actually. But no,
Yeah, we did a podcast. This is the second podcast we've done today. We did one just before with Max Corner footballer and Campbell, and there's just looking at this GC, and it's just like Almeida wasn't even on our radar. We knew you could climb, Jai, but last night was superb.
Yeah, thanks, man. No, yeah.
What was the plan heading into it?
Actually, we had a pretty detailed plan on what we wanted to do. Actually, yeah, the goal was to sort of. Yeah, it was pretty ambitious, but yeah, we wanted to try take the jersey yesterday, actually.
Yeah.
And yeah, in doing that meant we needed to control all day, because Quickstep, yeah, they weren't fussed about the stage win, or the time bonuses, but we knew we needed the time bonuses, and we wanted to race for the stage, and we wanted to make it hard on the final climb there. And yeah, guys did everything perfectly. Everyone rode exactly to the plan and executed it perfectly. And yeah, we kept the break on a leash, and then by the bottom of the final climb, we still had, I think, 6 guys there still, which is also pretty unreal. Like when you're at the back of the train, you got 6 boys still there, and it's like a pillar of 40 guys or less. It's pretty motivating. And then yeah, we hit the bottom of the climb, good position, good posse, and then just super hard tempo at the bottom. And yeah, actually I was pretty on the limit the whole time. And yeah, like I said, everyone just did perfect job. We just wanted to put pressure on the pink jersey and see if he could hold it or not, and actually rode really well, to be fair.
See, you head into that climb. You said you're not feeling $1 million, but at the end of the day, you're potentially the best climber in the field. Is that a bit weird? Is that something is it your confidence just on a whole nother level compared to where it was before the Giro?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just, yeah, it's just like I said, it's hard to comprehend. Also, what the ride I could do yesterday on the climb, I didn't ever really, it was the big goal and dream of mine this year was just to be able to hang with the big boys on the climb, so to be there in the final and really just ripping it up and throwing it down, it's pretty sweet. Like I said, it doesn't really feel very real at the moment, but yeah.
And next minute you're putting your minutes into Vincenzo and throwing the entire race on its head. What is there just mad energy at Team Somewhere? We've been talking about this on the Cameron and myself on the Daily Unpack. It came out of Hershey at the Tour, and then some classics afterwards, and Sorensen and all those guys just coming together and just pulling off. It was an unbelievable Tour de France. And then now we're at the Giro, and Somewhere just keeps going, just keeps progressing. What's going on at that squad at the moment?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty awesome to watch, actually. Also with the Tour, I think I watched every day, you know, because it was just such good racing, and the guys were just making it such a good race to watch. But yeah, I think, I don't know. I think it's just a mix of things, you know. We have like I've said in the past, the structure of the team is really good, and the details are, everything's really like regimented, and yeah, we're never like a team that goes to a race without a plan, you know. Sometimes I speak to other guys and I'm like, oh, what are you guys up to today? And they're just like, oh, I don't know. Like we went out a race and we're like, we got a plan. And the guys like try to stick to the plan as best as possible, you know. And I think that makes a huge difference. But yeah, I mean, like you said, also, the team's just been unreal the past few months, and I think it's hard to put a finger on it exactly what it is, but yeah, I think we had like an altitude camp for 3 weeks or something in Austria, in Kutai there, and everyone from the team was there. We had the full men's team, the full women's team, the full Devo team, you know, and yeah, not like a lot of teams can do that, and especially this year after like the shit show that it's been this season. And I think that, along with good timing, you know, it's like really. I think actually, if you could time your form well, this, like, once the racing kicked back on, then you could. Yeah, you see it with like Van Aert and those guys. You know, he's just been flying for just that couple months, but he's just nailed his form. You know, and I think if you could like timed it well, then you could really hit the ground running when the racing came back on, which I think we as like a team have done really well, especially with like the altitude camps.
Yeah. Did you take confidence too out of the early season's performances of the younger guys?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, like no, doing just
Like,
yeah.
like Pog's winning the tour.
Yeah. It's
At
pretty
21.
insane, huh?
Like all of a sudden the kids are just shining, like rising to the top.
Yeah, it's like 22 is like the new 27, you know. Guys that are riding, you know, when they're at 27 are now doing the same sort of rides when they're like neo pro, and it's pretty like. I've also been thinking about it a lot. Like, it's pretty mind blowing when you think about it. Like, yeah. Also, Almeida is neo pro. This is like neo, like his first year in the world tour, and he's like in the pink jersey. It's just insane. I think actually that's just like years of yeah. I don't know. That's also hard to put a finger on, but I think like just, you know, back in the day, maybe you could have gotten away with not being so strict with your diet and your training and your sleep and your recovery and all that. But I think now, if you like really want to do anything in a race, then you have to be like nailing that stuff all the time. And I think younger guys are just doing that from such an early age now, and you really like see it in the racing, you know. And also, I think younger guys are just coming into world tour races with just so much confidence too. You know, guys are coming out of like juniors and under 23s, like going to their first race as a pro and like, I'm gonna win. Where I remember when I went to my first like world tour race, I was just absolutely shitting myself. You know, I was like, I got to go get bottles. I never went and got bottles in under 23s. Like, you know what I mean? And I was like, I had no confidence. And you know, you're racing guys that you're watching on the TV, and it's just nuts, man. But it's just evolved, I think, with the younger guys now, and yeah, it's either like you really have to step up, or you're just watching like 21-year-olds right up the road.
Yeah. Have you stepped it up? Like from your under 23 days, have you gone, geez, this is a big jump. I put things in place.
Yeah,
Is that a
yeah.
thing?
I think for me it was, I don't know, like I was, yeah. It wasn't such like it wasn't such a jump. It was more like steps, you know. Like I haven't, it wasn't just like, all right, I'll do under 23 and then I'll just come out and win 3 stages in a Grand Tour and win the tour, you know. I wouldn't even think of that, but that's like the new normal now.
Mm.
But yeah, for me, it was more like just a progression thing and just keep chipping away at it.
Are you feeling this year especially more comfortable now? Is the performance that you put out the last couple of weeks, like, I don't know, you did it, you did that year in your Italian squad, you did your time in your AS, but like that, I don't know, everything's just coming together. We've been getting real excited. Jai Hindley's just like crosswind days. Jai Hindley's in the bunch in that front split. Like it's always there. It's coming together.
Yeah, uh, it's been cool, man. Just also like coming into the race as well, the team wanted me to sort of like go for GC. So that I was like also protected rider, which is also a lot of pressure actually when, yeah, I haven't in the big picture, I haven't really done anything result wise, and then all of a sudden the team wants you to be one of the GC men at a Grand Tour. And I'm like, fuck, like, you know. Yeah, I'm sort of thinking like, well, I really have to step up now because yeah, there's guys that are like going to be taking win for me and getting bowlers for me, and you know, if I'm not up to scratch, then I'm just going to look like a jackass, you know, like all
Mm.
right for me, but I'm going to get dropped in the crosswind days, like that's not on. So yeah, there's like a lot of added pressure, but I think yeah, it's also good pressure, you know.
Yeah. So where does the Giro go now for you? For you and Team Sunweb?
I don't know. Like I said, we were pretty
You
ambitious yesterday to try get pink. So that's still the goal, and I think it's still pretty within reach at the moment.
mm, for
Um,
you or for
for
Wilco?
me, nah, I think for Wilco, man. Yeah, but
Like, mm,
I don't know. I'd also like to hang on to third, but it's a pretty tall order. But I'll do my best
yeah,
to hold it, you know.
yeah. You, what's the thought like for there's obviously a huge um, back end of the Giro. It gets super busy.
Yeah.
How you feeling about that?
Oh, pretty good. I haven't. Yeah.
Look, was yesterday a
it,
real nice confidence booster? Like, geez, all right. There's been Etna, I climbed well. There's been all these kind of little hard days in between. I've always been climbing around the mark, but yesterday was a genuine hilltop finish, and you, Wilco, and Teo fair torched the field.
yeah. No, it was cool, man. It was real good fun. But it's hard to say, you know, like it's Grand Tour racing, man. Like
Hmm.
3 weeks long. Last week always just savage. You know, you got 2 weeks of hard racing already in the legs. You just never know how you're going to go each day, and like, yeah, you really have to just take it as it comes, man. Like, I'm not looking at like 3 days from now or 4 days from now. I'm looking at like tomorrow, and that's it.
Yeah, yeah,
And yeah, sort of just play it by ear, and yeah, I don't know. I also just enjoy it, man. Like it's, you know, I did like 2 months on the ergo this year, and I didn't think I was going to be able to put a number on this season, but I have, and yeah, that's also in itself pretty amazing when you think about it. So I've actually genuinely just really been enjoying the racing and getting stuck in.
Yeah. How important's that? How important's that piece, that enjoyment piece? Have you had any pieces where it's this is not really working for me? And
No,
at the moment,
never.
obviously, it's working.
Yeah, never. I think if it gets like that, then you're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Like even when I was in that Italian team, and I was, I couldn't speak Italian, and I was living with guys that I couldn't communicate with, and even then I was still like, wow, this is unreal. Like I'm living in Italy and I'm racing in Italy. Like I felt like pro, even though I was like light years away from being pro that year. But yeah, it's never felt like a job or anything like that, or work. Even even on that super wet day, when it was probably like the coldest I've ever been on the bike, I was never thinking like, wow, this is shit. I don't want to be doing this. Like, it's still, your worst day on the bike is better than your best day at the office, I've always said.
Yeah. No, it's very true. It's very true. What does success look like for Jai heading out of the Giro? What do you want to achieve come Milano?
Yeah, I don't know. I think to hang on to the podium would be really like a dream come true. But yeah, I'd also be happy with just to be as high as possible on the GC. But yeah, it's hard to say, man. Ultimately, yeah, to stand on the podium in Milan would be like insane.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No.
Like I said, I'm only thinking about tomorrow. I'm not thinking about the TT or the Stelvio. I'm just trying to think of tomorrow.
Yeah, there is so much to come. Is there a bit of there was obviously a little bit of a hiccup in the race with the COVID test on the first rest day. What's going on today?
Yeah, we have like another test of the race this evening, I think. Yeah, that was also pretty hairy, like, yeah, 1 minute I was literally like sat next to Bling at dinner that night, and then I checked my phone after I got up for a piss at like 5 a.m, and it's like, your test came back negative, but we're all getting retested tomorrow morning. And I was like, oh, that's not good. And then you got to try to go back to sleep with that in your mind, and then you wake up the next morning and you want, like, it also didn't say who it was, and it was just like, man, that was a roller coaster 48 hours, because also, I mean, I'm also no expert and it's hard to say, but I'm pretty sure it was a false positive test that he had, because he still hasn't had symptoms. He's done two more tests since then, and they've both come back negative, and he's still got no symptoms. But at the same time, he did have a positive test, so you can't like keep him in the race. It's just like such a shit show. But at the same time, the race has like their protocols and you need to follow it, and it's not ideal. And also would have been sweet if Bling was still here, because he adds a lot to the team. Just like his presence it's a big factor, when he's there on like in the train, on the road or whatever, and it brings a lot actually. So to not have him is pretty shit. But we just keep going.
So you got tested this morning?
No, we get tested this evening.
And then you get your test results back the next day, and then that picks if you can race or not.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, But also after that like incident, then the team also like hired a private company to also do their own testing, their own like proper COVID testing, which was also super nice, because just a bit of like peace of mind. Wow, yeah, peace of mind. It's all, you just never know, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just wild times, man. Just wild times.
Yeah, well, we hope you can get to the end of the Giro. We hope you can keep that GC position in, Nick, and we look forward to seeing Jai Hindley continue to crush the rest of the Giro. Thanks for joining us, mate, and we'll chat to you soon.
Cheers for your time, Clem. I'll speak soon, man. Appreciate it.
Sweet. I'll just hit